Hey guys, it's Gail with Everything Nash here with one of my favorite people, Rodney Atkins. We haven't talked in a long time, so it's good to see you again.
It has. It's been too long. It's great to see you. Great to
And
hear.
we have things to talk about watching you. Okay, go back to the beginning of that song because it started when Elijah was, I think, 4, right?
This man. He was four. He was four, and I went to pick him. So it really started the night before. I had done my first album on Curb, and it didn't sell many records at all, maybe six copies. And I didn't know if I was going to get to go back in the studio after that. And I decided I was going to figure out how to record at home. So I got on eBay and I bought like a a refurbished laptop or some of the cheap microphone. I set it up in the pantry at the house and started trying to record and while trying to figure that stuff out. And I got this gadget for Pro Tools. I was just learning all of it. Well, Eli was my shadow. He was in the room just coloring in the floor behind me while Daddy's trying to figure this stuff out. And didn't think he's paying attention to me till the next day. I went to pick him up from school, and the first song I was working on is what he heard me singing. And I walked in, and his teacher, Miss Sarah, said, "I got to talk to you about your boy." I said, "Oh no, what you done?" She said, "No, it was cute. It was funny. We got a routine where I turn the lights on and off every day, and then all the kids line up, and that's their signal when they see the lights flash that we go to lunch. Once they're quiet, we started to walk to the cafeteria, and then I heard him singing a song. I said, "A song?" She said, "Yeah, it was something like, 'If you're going through hell, keep on going.'" And I said, "Oh man, I'm sorry. That's just a tune I'm working on." And she said, "Well, it was kind of funny. It was really funny." And he got embarrassed. And so we talked about it. And I said, "No, you got to be quiet. The teacher says be quiet." I mean, he said, "But why can't I sing the song?" I said, "You can sing the song." So we got this whole thing of how come I could sing it and he couldn't, and talked about it. And that evening I got him to bed, and I was just thinking, my 4-year-old said a four-letter word. I wonder if there's a song in that. And I had a writing appointment with two friends, Steve Dean and Brian White, talked about it. And that song kind of just fell out. It was just a story and a day of our life.
Aren't those the best songs though?
It just to come from a real place and just tell a story. And the song's a weird song the way it's written. If you look at the structure of it, and how it rhymes, and it's just a different thing. And I never intended any human on earth to hear it but him. So it was crazy that it connected with folks. And uh, I remember the head of A&R at the time even said, "Look, I don't really get it. I don't know if people really want to hear you sing about your 4-year-old saying a four-letter word. It's a cute song, though. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. But Mike Curb says he wants to get it out. He wants to put it out before somebody else hears this idea, steals it, and then they do it. So we're going to put it out there. We'll see what happens." And that was how the song became a single, really.
Okay, so then fast forward to a few months ago, you performed that song with Elijah. I'm guessing you had no idea what was going to happen.
No, not at all. I kept encouraging him. You can do it. You can do it. I had to show it to Ryman. And the word rhyming makes me nervous. It's like, it just, it's like, few places make me really nervous. I get nervous every show, but really nervous. The rhyming, playing the Opry, singing in church always makes me nervous. Um, and I said, "You can do it. Just come out. I'm going to tell people about the duet, but I'm not going to introduce you. And you just come out and start singing it." And he came out at the rhyming and he kind of froze and he looked at me and I started mouthing the words and then he started singing. But that was his first time ever in front of a crowd. I couldn't believe it
At the Ryman.
at the rhyming. And he killed it. And then Nissan Stadium, CMA Fest the last night, he came out and we made it the last song at the end of our set and sang it in front of all those people. It was surreal. It
So
was
does
crazy.
this make him want to be a musician?
So a couple years ago, um, all through him growing up, he's been a good song guy. Like Take a Back Road was a tune that I love, but I wasn't really getting that response from the label on that song. Well, as I was going to work, working on songs, coming home, getting him, and as we're driving to baseball practice and stuff, I would play him songs I was working on, and he kept asking for Take a Back Road. He actually said, "Play that Skinner, Daddy." He thought it was a Leonard Skinner song, and he would pick songs like that. He was just a good song guy. So he would send me songs sometimes and say, "You should sing this, Dad." So he sent me a song a year and a half ago. I know I'm making a long story longer. And I said, "This is cool." I said, "You're crazy if you think I can sing it. I stay in my lane. Whoever this is, it's a great singer. It's really cool. I don't recognize it though. Who is this?" He said, "That's me, Dad." And I was just blown away, blown away. And he'd started writing songs, and he started learning to record stuff. And now he's finishing school, audio engineer in school. And he's just very smart. He's kind of taking his time. He's not country, and I told him, "You don't have to be country. Just be you. Just do what you do." And it's really interesting, the stuff he's coming off with. It's really cool. I don't even know what format you would call it. But yeah, he's kind of started making music, and I told you, with social media now, you can kind of put stuff out there and try it out and see what
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah. It's a
He's
much
he's
different ball game than when I started 20 years ago. Same for you, I'm sure.
oh Lord, 30 years ago.
So, what does this do for you with new music moving forward? Because it's been a few years, I think, since you've released an album. So, what is coming from you now?
Just finished a whole new album. Watching You 2.0 is going to go on this record. The album is called True South. And so True South is out there now on DSPs. Um, and it's just a fun record. There's a couple of ballads, um, but it's mostly just like I love we songs. We're in this together, inclusive things, not us against you. And this album is just a whole lot of that. It's different forms of "These Are My People," I think, that singing songs together. There's some anthems in there, just a lot of fun songs, man. And it's been a blast playing these songs live. And so the whole album will be out this fall. I'm not even sure what the date is.
Okay.
And it's just a great record. I love this record. It's the most fun record I think I've ever made.
So, I have to let you go soon because I know you have a lot of people to talk to today. But I'm really curious, what did this do for you? Like, I would imagine I'm not an artist, but you get a little frustrated when you don't see big surges because of the TikTok and the Facebook. What did this do for you, Rodney Atkins?
The response from
Hmm.
people. So like I've dabbled with TikTok, I dabbled with social media. And last year, as new music was coming, I was like, we gotta up this game somehow. And TikTok seemed like the most mysterious thing ever to to get in there and let it kind of work for you the way it. And I didn't understand it. My wife pays a lot of attention. She studies a lot of stuff, and I'd even worked with some people to do social media stuff and to help me figure it out, and nothing ever worked. And she pretty much said, "All you got to do is be you. Just be you." She said, "Stand there." She said, "Sing this song." And I think it was Farmer's Daughter. Put it up there. And the response blew me up. She said, "You got to read the comments. Look at it." So I started looking at that. And the comments, it truly changed my perspective on how I see myself as an artist, because people talked about how important these songs, we released some acoustic versions of songs, um, how much these songs meant to them, how Farmer's Daughter might not have been number one on the radio, but it was number one in the back of my grandpa's car, stuff like that. But I mean, sincere, uplifting, the engagement was unbelievable. And it changes everything really on how you view these songs mean to people. And going out, and you could start as the social media numbers kept coming up, and every post almost is going viral in some way. And it's just the people, it's the connecting with the people and the live shows. You can feel that whole thing happening. It lifts you up. It fires you up. It's cool because technically where I am, I shouldn't be really going up in social media, but it is, and it's so amazing to witness it, to sit back being a part of it, and it's fun. I have a blast doing TikTok stuff. Well, I'll do silly stuff, but it's so much fun. The
Well,
people,
I'm
it's
really
always been about the people.
I'm really happy for you. I'm so happy to talk to you. And can we not go this long without talking again, please?
Really, that's what I'm. It has been.
Always good to see you. Congrats and best of luck to you, my friend.